All right, Judge, this is Martinez.
You are Christian Martinez. Mr. Martinez, you're charged with reckless driving. You are facing up to 30 days and or a $500 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 16th, 2025, the officer in an undercover capacity observed the movements and actions of a takeover group at a parking lot on West 20th Street. The officer radioed to other units about multiple motor vehicles doing donuts in the parking lot, filled with spectators inside their vehicles. During the takeover, there were approximately 80 to 100 motor vehicles in the parking lot, and the officer observed the defendant's vehicle do 4 to 5 donuts within 10 to 15 feet of other vehicles, as well as plainclothes officers. A traffic stop was conducted, and the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle.
Mr. Martinez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have, you see if he has a valid Texas driver
No license on file.
You do not have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance, Mr. Martinez. You are not allowed to drive. That is a condition of your bond. I don't care what's going on in your life. You will be signing a promise with me today that you're not going to drive. If I find that you do, I'm going to revoke your bond. I'm going to put you in jail. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you because they sweep it on a daily basis, they will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck in there until this case is over with and then shipped off to immigration. Appointed lawyer, or do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, Mr. Martinez?
I'm good hiring attorney.
Okay, I will have you come up here, swear to us. After that, I'm going to get you to Victoria where you will sign a reset, and then we're going to get you out of here. I'm going to protect my city at all costs, Mr. Martinez. Take that into account, whatever you're doing out there in the free world. Good luck, sir.
Here, 365. Judge, that was the last Spanish language.
I don't know. No, it's completely just, I feel you.
Good to see you.
You too. You ready?
Judge?
Hi.
How you doing today, Judge? I'm here on Mr. Rivas. He's in custody, set for a bail review. This is
Okay.
my first setting.
Quiet in the courtroom, please.
Ay, ay, ay.
I know,
Do you just want to, I guess, follow the one upstairs?
that's all.
Yeah, I'm with you. So I guess we'll set it for the day after and then we'll try to see what's going on.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you,
absolutely.
Judge.
Of course.
Good to see you, Judge.
You too. Thank you, Mr. Clyde. Hi, you ready? Yes, ma'am. Hi, good morning.
I am here on Mr. Akers. You probably just saw him. I have a chance to talk to them and then psychiatrist, therapist, and his probation.
Alex, come on up. You know, all I want to do is just keep him from killing himself. But I mean, it's just not going well. And I think that he's being very. Shatori, will you explain her what's going on? Or did he already tell you? Basically what he's doing, he's peeling his face. He's getting it bloody. He's putting it all over the walls. Is he putting blood on people too? Just keep him from killing himself because
Mariah Williams.
he's so tweaked out. I mean, it just, you can see how just, right. No, you're right. You can lead a horse, right? As they say. So,
Yeah, so.
and the way we do it, you do it the person who doesn't want to help themselves. I don't know. We'll just, How much? That's it's part of his 8%.
Monday, Fridays.
It's on Docket today or no? It's not on.
That's when you have to pick the list. Whenever the budget says yes.
15? 15, okay. What is the call number?
Two prices, 1/7, 2/7.
No.
Before we start, that's not. And then also, if you have any questions about
Just one.
you can contact the account agency. Yeah.
I guess we can admonish him, and I'm gonna unset term today. There's no sense in trying to help someone. They don't want to get help. You know, what you're doing is, it's just a matter of time before you start bleeding on other people. You don't want to do, you know, that's just gross. So, but I'm gonna question that every time. Hey, it's just, it's not gonna go well. It's gonna. Hi.
Morning, Judge.
So, just come up, Mr. Akers. You know, there is an adage, a saying that goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force him to drink. This is exactly what's going on here. I've been trying to get you help and you just refuse to take it. But what's going on now and what they're alleging, how you're, I guess, are you saying he's peeling his face and putting blood on places? That's just unacceptable. And all we want to do is prevent you from killing yourself. When you come in here with new cases, I see the way you are, and it's not good. And I mean, who am I to try to help you if you don't want to help yourself? So if you want me to cut you loose today, I'm going to do it. But you can only treat your body this way for so long before your body just explodes on itself. It's just a matter of time. I don't want you to say anything. I want you to think, because the idea is that you get help in whichever way that you can, because the way that you're treating your body, it's going to come back on you. You can't live like this forever. You get older and your body worsens with age. It doesn't get better. When you get out there and you're out there in the free world, think before you act. Think before you speak, because every time you come here with a new case, it's not going to go well. If you ever want help, all you have to do is come back and I will get you whatever you need. If you want a cell phone, if you want a tablet, if you need medication, for whatever you may need. But living the way that you are, you start using dope on top of it, your meth or whatever it may be, all you're doing is making things so much worse. If you don't want the help, I'll just cut you loose today. Just tell me what you want. You're old enough to make your own decisions, and I will do whatever you want. But if you don't want it, I'm not going to force it on you.
I'd like to go. The horse, you lead it to the water, but you can't make it drink. It comes from running a horse so hard that once you get it to water, it's too tired to drink water to save its life. I understand what you're saying.
It's always a way, Mr. Akers.
Lesson learned.
Actions speak louder than words. So we will see. I'll cut you loose today if you want it, but you come back, it's really not going to go well. Do you understand?
Understood.
Okay. So you let me know whatever you guys want to do. If he wants to unsat term, I'll do it today. And then, yeah. So I'll let you speak with counsel. You let me know what you want to do.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, I got appointed to Mr. Richard today. It's Richert.
Yeah.
And he has no contact as part of his conditions in a
Correct.
MOAB. He does have two daughters with the complainant.
Court comes to order, you need to talk them out.
He wants to know if he can still go there for visitation
No, she doesn't want him to come over. That's what I heard. Right.
Well, Judge, would you at least allow him to get a third party to pick up the daughters?
I mean,
Okay.
come up.
Maybe we could do that as sort of a middle ground.
Is it Richard or is it Reichert?
Richard.
Mr. Richard, I like to follow the wishes of the complaining witness. So if she doesn't want to have contact with you, then that's what we do. If she wants to have contact with you, then I'm fine with it. But I have to hear it from them to see what they want.
Okay.
What the state has told me so far is that they don't want, this person doesn't want to have contact with you. The last thing I want is for you to go over there, you accidentally bump into her, words exchange, you're the one that's on bond, you're the one that's going to end up going back to jail. So it's more of like a preventative measure, right? So there's no issue if you have someone else to try to facilitate contact with your daughter. The complaining witness is only the ex-wife. It's none of the daughters, right?
Correct, Your Honor.
Right. So however you want to have contact with the daughters, great. Just don't go over there. You can always use someone else to try to like be an intermediary to get them to you however you want.
So someone else could go pick up my children and bring them to me.
Sure, of course. Yeah. But that's probably the safest way so you don't bump into this person. She says something to you where it just inflames the passion and, you know, that's the last thing we want.
Is someone going to explain to her that I'm allowed to
I guess,
contact her?
can you reach out to her and let her know that that's what we're going to try, that's what they're going to try to do so that she's aware of, you know, even leaving however you want to. Yeah, we'll have the state reach out to her to let her know that this is how the agreement that they're going to try to work, so to have someone. How old are the daughters?
8 and 14.
Yeah. Yeah, do you mind, please? Yeah, okay, so they'll reach out and do that and then, you know, hope maybe a grandparent or someone else or,
They're worse.
yeah, okay, well,
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
for sure. Anna,
I have to talk to you about today.
okay.
The first one, Rodriguez,
Do you mind bringing out Mr. Rodriguez, please? Who's your second?
Torrance. She's on bond.
Come up, Ms. Torrance.
Let's see.
This is a second bond violation, right?
I believe so. I'm trying to remember the first.
I think the first one was
There was one that was filed in October where she failed to go to take a drug test at the facility. She was called upon to do it.
Okay.
And now we have it where she has a portable device and she's skipping tests.
Yes.
So, I mean, I'm trying everything in my power not to put you in custody. Go ahead.
If you would like to have a hearing on the bond violations to revoke it, let us know when you want to do that so we can get somebody.
But Monday,
Okay,
but Monday.
okay.
I'm going to have a hearing as to whether I'm going to revoke your bond. I mean, if they prove to me that you're skipping tests, then, you know, it's not good. So let's roll it to Monday. We'll have a full-blown hearing. We'll go from there. Okay, sure.
A bond revocation hearing. Okay. Can Ms. Torrance be excused?
See, Alicia, can you get the records for Ms. Torrance so that we can have a hearing on Monday as to whether, I don't know, but if you can get the Anna so that Anna can see it.
The only thing that's in there is the bond violation with the allegations and the petition.
If you can get her the report as far as the violations or as far as the skipping,
I'll get those to him.
please. Ramirez?
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Okay.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Rodriguez. So, well, great. Thanks. It's Friday, finally. Friday. It's come to my attention that you've picked up a couple new cases while you're on bond. So state's asking me, or I guess, what are you asking for, state?
We were asking for 5,000 on each of the cases.
To revoke the bonds?
Yes, sir.
On which cases?
On, one moment,
Mischief.
the criminal mischief and the assault bodily injury.
And And that is because he's picked up a new criminal trespass.
So,
Did you say that there was one that you were going to have indicted too?
yes, sir, and we're pending on the offense report for that still at this time, so we're waiting for a new date.
What is that?
What is that case?
Yeah, what is that? Is it another trespass? Is it a theft?
Assault bodily injury.
Oh, there's another assault.
Yes, sir.
Did you know about this?
Yes, because that one was no PC by the magistrate when all of these cases came to the court. But it was no PC because they, I think, fat fingered the date of the offense as 2021, not 2024. And so it was outside the statute of limitations when it went before the.
Someone accidentally put 2021 on the actual report instead of
And
24.
Yes, my understanding is that the state is having to get a copy of the offense report and then they can take it to the grand jury with the correct date.
Okay. So what is your response as far as the mischief and the assault on the bond revocation?
We're in agreement with the 5,000.
Okay.
He has a case upstairs, so.
Oh, I see. Right. You have a felony case. So, all right. So on the mischief and then the assault, if we can put it at now 1, 2.
Judge Jackson had previously revoked the ABI when they were last week.
Yeah. But I think they're all in agreement. So we'll do 5,000 and 2, 4.
5,001. Yes.
Yeah. On the assault and the mischief. Right. We'll leave the trespass as is. Right. So Mr. Rodriguez, what's happening now is I'm going to revoke the bond on your 2 older cases due to the fact that you continue to pick up other new cases. You can't expect.
Right. Yes.
Right. So,
Just for clarification, the case that's being taken to the grand jury, that's already kind of accounted for in the 5,000. There's not going to be a new BVR when that.
right.
Okay,
What do you,
I'll defer to you on that, Your Honor.
okay.
okay.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Right. I'm not going to just be duplicitous to kind of just then revoke it again.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're all on the same
So
page.
what do we set it at when we actually do get it?
The ABI,
Yeah. The new one.
to be completely candid, Judge, I don't know that it really matters because 1,000 or 11 billion thousand, it's.
Yeah, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there, whenever they do get it done. Yeah, okay. All right, so if you do bond out, I'm going to put a GPS monitor. I don't know if you're going to get out or not, but I'm ordering you not to have any contact with the complaining witnesses in these cases, not to be in possession of weapons, and I'm going to put a monitor on you so I know that you're not going over there. The monitor will go on you prior to your release from custody if you are able to make bond.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand? Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, man. Good luck, Mr. Rodriguez. So we need him to sign before he goes, please.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
I'd be excused.
Yes.
Just come over here, Mr. Rodriguez. May I have you sign for the bond?
So I will, Kelsey, I'm going to grant the motion that you did in the queue, the motions that you filed, I'll grant them.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Are you ready? Okay.
Judge?
Yes, ma'am. I've already done it.
We're good?
So what I'm going to do is just unset term. Yeah, he's a big boy. He knows. We're done. Doesn't want the help. We'll just unset term and then he's just free to go. So just, nope, just admonish him if he picks up another case. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Mr. Butler.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Really Hassan that's on the docket.
You've been so patient.
What's that?
You've been so patient.
Yeah, well, I had some rounds to make this morning.
Hassan.
Yes, Hassan. So she's here from California. So what happens is she's on PTI. We get notification that there was some sort of violation. We hadn't pulled any of the stuff to really take a look at it. She's given me.
You've not seen what the violations are?
I'm sorry?
You've not seen the violations?
No. I've seen like the kind of the blanket thing where they allege the usual, like a blow, something like that, or a missed blow. And so what we're going to request is obviously a reset to be able to speak to the appropriate person. Ms. Geis, I believe, is in charge. Right.
Has she already been booted out?
No, this is the initial, they always,
If everything didn't happen with the PTR program, she would. But because I guess everybody is in limbo, they're just waiting.
What violations do we have?
218 is a lot. She's averaging 14 to 34 skip tests a month on her device. She tested positive for THC. She filled her report for her office visits on the September 24th, October 8th, December 3rd, December 31st, and January 8th.
Can I,
No,
So obviously,
actions speak.
yeah,
Right.
but Your
Stop,
Honor.
stop. Don't. Got a lawyer.
I'm so passionate about this. If I could, Judge, we request a reset. Let me get all this.
So, but I'm now going to put an ankle monitor on her so I know that she's not consuming. I'll pay for it.
Did you fly here?
I did fly.
Did she fly on an airplane with that?
I would assume so. But I mean, she's on bond in this court. She's skipping tests that she's not supposed to be doing. I'm putting a scram monitor on you. That's it.
I do have an answer.
Guys, you talk
Yeah.
over there. You're on bond in this court.
Okay. And I will travel as well with the monitor, but I did have an issue last time I came with the DUI machine. It stopped working because I traveled out of state and I was ordered to pay a whole new device, turn it in, and I had to wait a whole week without testing because of that problem. So I just don't want to run into that same problem with the ankle monitor.
So when you have issues, you're supposed to contact the provider immediately and let them know, hey, I've got an issue. You go to where they are, right? And there are devices that you can, they're global. You can go all over the globe. They use, Wi-Fi or whatnot, so that it doesn't matter where you are. You can be in Abu Dhabi. You're still able to use the device, and the device can go internationally. There's just, if you know that that's a lifestyle you have, that's the kind of machine that you get. So regardless, I mean, I'll give you, the case is 400 days. I will give you some time, right? Tell me, how much time do you want?
I don't know, like 3 or so weeks, or,
Done.
because everything else in the way, but, and then can we wait for appearance, the next setting?
Well, I don't know yet, because if they deny it, then we need to figure out what we're going to do.
Figure something out. Yeah.
So,
I haven't really had the time to sit down and just really go through, like, obviously she's very passionate about what happened and.
so amending your bond conditions, you will get a scram ankle monitor now. If I find that you're consuming alcohol, and I don't care what it is, I don't care if it's mouthwash, I don't care if it's a tequila lollipop, I'm going to revoke your bond. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Can you run her license to see if she has a license?
Yes, Judge, I'll run it right now.
Today,
At what time?
later in the evening, like around 6, 7.
So, Judge, her flight leaves today at 6 p.m.
She's going to go now. We'll get her in now.
Get it done like.
Right now.
Okay, right.
Your Honor, it appears to be a valid California license.
As long as you have a valid license and liability insurance, then you can drive unless, well, no, you're not allowed to drive without an interlock. So you have to have the interlock.
I'm not driving right now.
I'm just telling you what
Okay.
the expectation is, so that, I don't want to have to revoke your bond. You have to know what the expectations are. Now, okay, so we'll give you whatever time you want at the next setting. Because your case is old and because of their violations, I'm not waiving your appearance anymore. If you get her back in to the program, I guess at that point, we don't leave her here, right? I'll waive it. But if it's denied, then she's got to come back here so we can resolve it one way or the other.
Okay, I'll just file a new court.
Just let me know. Yeah. Okay. All right, man. Good luck.
All right. Now, another thought. How do you use your monitor the thing? You'll use the divorce system, the good old fashioned,
Yeah.
our stuff down.
Yeah. You plug in there's an outlet that you'll plug it in. I have no idea.
Maybe the only one in the whole courthouse that works.
So
I know how to use that thing.
yeah, you plug in over there and then the TVs will work so that you can do are we set Tuesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're definitely going?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Mr. Butler, I see that you filed a motion for electoral. You may just hold that.
Counselor, do you need me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi. Yes, sir, of course. Who do you have?
Tony Curry?
Curry.
Yes,
Oh, it's in custody. So it looks like he picked up a felony, is that right?
yes, Your Honor.
You want to set it for the day after the felony?
Yes,
What else would you like? Anything else? Yeah, I get it. It's a robbery. He just picked it up too. God, it's gonna take forever to work. Whatever you want.
Yeah, let's set it to the day after the.
Done. Okay, of course.
Okay, thank you. Does have a few more arraignments?
What?
Yeah, they were here because we didn't get them checked in.
Okay, come on.
First one is page 6. Chavez, come on up.
Yes.
When we had the printed docket, it was missing the first two pages.
Wow.
1 minute, I'm almost done.
You are Raul Chavez. Mr. Chavez, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 15th, 2025, officers were dispatched to a family disturbance. Officers were dispatched to a family disturbance, and upon arrival, the officers met with the complainant, who stated that she and the defendant started arguing over the defendant, accusing the complainant of cheating on him. The defendant stated that the defendant grabbed the complainant by her hair and pulled her to the ground, causing pain. The defendant then wrapped his arms around her neck and later struck the complainant several times in the stomach. The defendant admitted to wrapping his arms around the complainant's neck for approximately 3 seconds.
Mr. Chavez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Protective order has been issued in this case. I would get to know it. If you violate this protective order, the state can, possibly will file a violation of a protective order against you. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. I am ordering you also not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. If you violate this, I will put you in jail by revoking your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, Judge.
Can you file no contact and no weapons, please, Alex? Did you need a court-appointed lawyer, Mr. Chavez?
I thought I did have one. I already spoke to someone. I think his last name was Torres.
You don't have a court-appointed lawyer. Do you want one,
Spoke with
though?
him when I was in jail.
It's just.
That was for magistration purposes only.
I do need one.
Okay, we'll appoint you a lawyer today. I've got an affidavit already on file. All right, just take a seat for me. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions and then after you've spoken to a lawyer. Okay? Take a seat.
Right this way.
Oh, wait. No, he needs to sign a reset first.
The next one is page 8, Delgado. Come on up.
We have two more or one more after that? How many more after this one?
2 altogether, 2 more after this one.
Okay.
This is the one with the traveling.
Oh, I think sorry. Judge, page 7, Corral.
Mr. Corral, you are charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On October 18th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a family assault and made contact with the complainant, who stated that she and the defendant are dating. The complainant stated that they got into an argument when the defendant grabbed the complainant's arm and squeezed, causing pain. Complainant stated she punched and struck the defendant to get away. The complainant stated that the day prior they had gotten into an argument and the defendant grabbed her by the arm and squeezed while the complainant fought to get away. The officer observed bruises on the complainant's arm.
Got it. Mr. Corral, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case, and I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. If you violate these conditions, I'm going to put you in jail by revoking your bond. Do you understand? I don't see a protective order that's been issued. Has one been issued in this case?
I see it as of 1019, Judge.
No, but it's not been signed. Corral. Yeah. Do you guys see it or no?
That's fine.
All right, Mr. Corral, I'm entering in what's called a mattress order of emergency protection that identifies Ms. Cabrera as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of the East Tex Freeway Apartment 4304. If you violate this court order, the state can and will file additional charges against you, including a violation of protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. So know what you can and can't do before you leave this place. Do you need a court-appointed lawyer, Mr. Corral? Okay, I'll appoint your lawyer today. Do not leave until you sign all our bond conditions, otherwise a warrant will issue. Please.
You can come up here and sign this. No.
Can you file no contact and no weapons?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, hi, Blasa. Thank you so much for coming back. Delgado?
Was this one CHA? I'm sorry.
No.
Buenos días. Nada más escuché, pues, porque estamos.
You are Ms. Delgado Ortiz.
Sí. Yes.
Ma'am, you are charged with assault of a family member. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On January 12, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a disturbance at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the complainant, who stated that he and the defendant had been dating for 8 months. The defendant is about 5 months pregnant with their child, that he and the defendant got into an argument earlier that day, and that he left to go speak with his sister because he was contemplating breaking up with the defendant. The complainant stated when he went back to the residence to grab items, the defendant began arguing with him again. The defendant told him she was going to break his TVs. The complainant began recording. The defendant threw Xbox headphones and threw them at the complainant, hitting the complainant in the right hand, causing pain. The defendant then approached the complainant, tried to grab the cell phone out of the complainant's hands, grabbed the complainant's hair on the right side with one of her hands, and pulled, causing pain. The defendant stated she and the complainant got into an argument over money, and the complainant threw her clothes on the ground. She got upset, threw the headphones on the ground, but that she did not throw the headphones at the complainant. The defendant further stated she got upset because the complainant was recording her. She attempted to grab the phone, and the complainant grabbed her hair and pulled, so she grabbed his hair and pulled. The complainant then attempted to throw her on the ground, and she hit the floor, causing pain.
Ms. Delgado, I'm going to find there's enough probable cause to go forward with your case. A protective order has been issued in this case, and I would get to know it. If you violate the protective order, the state can and will file additional charges against you. I am ordering you not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of any weapons. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you are not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this case is over with and then shipped off to immigration. Do you need a court-appointed lawyer today, ma'am?
Yes.
I will appoint your lawyer, but I'm telling you now, do not pick up any new cases. Do not violate any of these conditions. Otherwise, I'm going to put you in custody. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind filing those conditions, Alex, please? Okay. For now, I will have you sign a receipt with Victoria, and then we will have you take a seat in the jury box while we find your lawyer. Sorry, I have one more. It's never ending, man, you know?
The next one.
This is the last one.
Page 9, Fisher, come on up.
Oh, that's it. Oh, is it?
Thank you, Bless. You are Dennis Fisher. Mr. Fisher, you're charged with discharging a firearm in a metropolitan area. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. This case is super old. Every time you take off, every time you go, we revoke your bond and just raise it. And all you're doing is you're giving away free money to bonding companies every single time. Do you have a lawyer today?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, would you like me to appoint you one? I'm gonna appoint you one, and I'm gonna tell you now, you take off on me again, I'm gonna make your bond so high, you're gonna not know what to do with yourself. Do you understand? Okay. Reaching out to the MAC for Mr. Fisher as well, please. Okay, I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons whatsoever. You understand? Okay, do you mind filing that, please? All right, just take a seat. We'll have you sign a receipt and we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Okay, JP,
They're working hard, Judge. Can we approach on Mr. Gibson?
absolutely. So,
So I spoke with the complainant. So I spoke with the complainant's daughter because the complainant doesn't really speak English, and they
Okay.
gave her number purposefully as a contact to reach out to. I spoke to her about the letter that defense counsel sent to me and they had sent to the defendant. They said that they would be okay with him coming to pick up the car,
that's it.
but that's it. Otherwise, they want no contact.
So,
So obviously though, Judge, I mean, there's a little dicey because they sent him a letter. He's got to pick up a vehicle. I just don't want him.
so what we'll do is I'm going to craft bond conditions that he's got 3 days to go pick up this car.
Okay.
After that, he's not allowed to go back to this place. He can only go there one time to pick up the car. That's it. If they, please, I want you to let them know if he's there multiple times, his bond gets revoked.
And he has-
One time he goes there to get the car and get out ski.
Yes, Judge. I anticipate no problems, but I mean, there's obviously might be some contact that might have to happen for him to get there on his vehicle.
Come on, Mr. Gibson. Let's figure out.
And he's got to go again. I mean, there could be some.
Where's the car?
It's, honestly, they've been withholding my property.
Let's get to the
It's
car.
not, we're
I
not
don't know where
doing,
the car is. I haven't been there. I'm not in the videos, so.
Just make sure. I'll handle it.
Okay, yes. I don't know where
I'm
the
asking
car
you one question.
is. I received an email that the car is at the property. I don't know. I haven't been there.
So there must be some contact to, hey,
No,
where's the car?
no. Can you call her back right now, ask her where the car is, please,
Yes,
real
I
quick?
can call her back. It seems, I would need to take a look at the email again, but I would think that there would be something in there to.
Why, let's not assume.
Right.
It's so easy to just make real quick another phone call, I mean, she answered for
Yeah.
you now, real quick, try, say, hey, where's the car? How can we get this to him so you don't have to talk to them?
Okay,
The best way is to really micromanage it so that he doesn't have to go and talk to them and then there's more bad blood and then he gets arrested again.
understood, Judge.
Quick,
Yeah,
2 minutes?
okay.
Hang tight.
I'm not sure you got that.
I put it on for Monday because that's when we're doing it. Any luck?
Thank you.
Yes, sure.
Sent her a text message, so hopefully she'll get back with me shortly. I asked her, like a time and who he should contact to
Right.
get the vehicle back.
Right. I just don't want to give a blanket, go do whatever you want,
And I
because
understand
it's a
that.
recipe for disaster. Hi.
All right, Judge, page 1, Addison, sexual arraignment, Southfield here.
2501.
All right, page 2, Venegas, mom called and said they lost power during the freeze. So they went to another town with relatives and kept calling to get the new court date.
So SFBF Monday.
All right, next is page 3, arraignment, set for arraignment, 2 bonds posted.
Guys, we need to remove Lennon, please. Prince, on top of page 3. He's since passed, so he's no longer with us. If you guys remove him,
He's not ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Page 4, Arvio, set for arraignment, sign.
2501.
Page 13, funds. How much time did you give council?
3 weeks. 3 weeks. Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Page 19, Merrick, set for arraignment, first time.
2501.
Page 21, more target, 3 bonds posted.
Isn't it approach on Corral?
Yeah, come on up. You said posted 3 bonds on Moravitz?
The PR bond.
So,
The complaint, or I'm sorry, whenever you're ready.
sorry, yeah, I'm just 10. Yeah.
Bottom of page 21, do we have the same defendant? More MOR?
It's 7503 on Moravitz. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Pons, I'm just,
The affidavit and she said she didn't feel pain.
I don't know. All I know
No, I'm
is
telling
that
you. That's why I'm up here challenging you. The PC on that one? An affidavit, a complaint that's provided.
There's an affidavit, because in the
hey,
DIMS,
this is on Corral? This is a new case, right?
It's a complaint, so it happened in October 2024.
How did it get an affidavit here so quick?
Because it's a complaint. The officer's affidavit on the complaint. He states that she stated she didn't feel any pain because she was fighting him as well.
But you said that you did feel pain.
the complete DIM.
I wouldn't, or that's the problem, is the DIMS is maybe contradicting or inaccurate or different from the affidavit that I'm talking about, that the officer filed with the complaint.
So the complete DIMS reads, the complainant stated she did not feel pain at the time of the incident since she was fighting the defendant off of her, and that the officer observed the complainant shaking and crying, and the officer said, due to his training experience, I know being grabbed and bruises being left on her body causes pain. So according to the full DIMS, the complainant didn't say she felt pain. She said that she didn't feel pain at the time of the incident because she was fighting the defendant off of her. And that's what the full DIM states. And the officer, based on training experience, saw the bruises on her and being grabbed and squeezed and came to the conclusion that it caused pain.
It could also be the exact, that what she said was, I was shaking and crying because I was fighting him. She's the one that says that.
I mean, I get it. Like at the time, you're in the stress of the excitement, so you're not feeling it. But then after
That's not what she said though, or that's not what
Stress.
was going on.
Your Honor, the key thing the officer observed were the bruises on the complainant's arm. He observed the bruising and then came to the conclusion based on that. And what she told him, she did say that the defendant squeezed her arm. And based on that, her crying, shaking, and the bruising, he came to the conclusion that she felt pain due to that being squeezed.
I mean, taken as a totality, is that not sufficient for probable cause purposes?
I don't know. You have a sworn document where she says one of the elements is missing. And then everything else that he's adding is not in that
To
document.
be more specific, she's saying she did not feel pain at the time of the incident since you were fighting. She didn't say she didn't ever feel pain. She said at the time since she was fighting the defendant off of her.
But the officer
That's not in that.
asked- But the officer never asked, hey, do you feel pain? Why
And
wouldn't you
because the officer
ask?
never asked, he came to the conclusion based on totality.
Get it, but I don't know. I mean, I need to look up case law. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's enough. Because I mean, it's such a low standard for probable cause purposes, you know? I mean, I get that you're saying that it's not allegedly pain as an element, but taken as a totality.
I guess you're saying taking as a totality. I'm saying that's a lot of speculation about stuff that's not in the DIMS or in the affidavit. Like you're making all these connections state.
I'm making the officer made the connection. He said in the DIMS, due to my training experience, I know being grabbed and bruises being left on your body causes pain. So
Right.
he made that connection.
You don't operate on hunches.
Right. And she's also stated that I was fighting him. So that could be because of her
I
fighting.
mean, here's the deal. Like if I find no PC, right? They may just re-indict it though.
That's fine.
You know?
That's their.
Kelsey,
Yes, sir.
did you see what's going on? So in this case here, the officer never asks her, do you feel pain? He assumes she does just because of bruising on her arm. And because I guess they're in the stress of the excitement. So at the time she doesn't feel pain, but after a while he assumes that she feels pain because of bruising on her arm.
And on bottom our camera, he never says, we don't know.
But well, I mean, this is a probable cause hearing. We haven't seen it. So he wants me to find no PC. If I do though, right.
Well, if there are visible injuries, we can go from there.
But he's saying that, you know, I mean, if it were like blood, like some kind of tearing of the skin, that's one thing. But bruising, is it possible to get a bruise without feeling pain?
Yeah, I do
You
it
know-
all the time. If you fall downstairs and you're embarrassed more than in pain, you might be crying or shaking because you're embarrassed or excited, but it's not because of you injuring yourself down the stairs.
But Your Honor, that also ignores that she did say the squeeze itself. He mentioning a fall, but in this case, we do have a specific statement about a squeeze.
She doesn't say that she's in pain because of the squeeze.
So
I
if we
mean-
play it out in front of a jury, you would always have that statement saying at the time she didn't feel pain. Whatever you said contradicting that, it's fine, but it would not take away that statement that eliminates an element. So maybe a grand jury might find it different, but based on that DIMS, they have someone saying, I didn't feel pain. I think that's kind of like,
And Your Honor, I will say at the time, we don't have the full OR, so if you want to find no PC, we can revisit it. And if we want to re-indict it, we can.
Okay, all right, I'll find a PC. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, just come here real close. I can give some property.
All right.
I spoke with her again. She said that she needed to reach out to her dad and brother to see a time that would work for him to come.
Where is the car?
The
Where?
car is at the property at,
Is it in the, like, apartment complexes have outlying lots. They have lots that are inside of a gate. You need a code to get in to get the car. She didn't say where the car is?
I know the address of where the car is. I don't know exactly what type of property it is.
Can we do an in run around this, Judge? If you'll allow exemption for me to do all the, middlemaning, my home is going to pick up the vehicle. I'll get it. I'll talk to them and
Okay.
get it somewhere.
And you're an officer of the court. I trust you. Find out where the car is exactly so he knows exactly where to go get it. Hopefully, it's not in a complicated place where he's going to have to talk to them because I don't want him to talk to them.
Of course, I will be communicating with them about anything from him, just for him to get the.
So let them know that he's not to talk to them. If he goes and tries to talk to them, I'm putting him in jail, right?
Yes, Judge.
Just to get the car, that's it, and
I-
get the middleman, right? Yeah, of course, you can. I mean, you're the go-between.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
For sure.
Will we need to redraft that? Commissioner can just finish on it.
Let me see what it says. Hold on.
But technically, if I'm doing it, I guess it's still no contact.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this to say this. It says, do we know what day he wants to go back?
I don't know, I'll have to sort all that. That's why I'm saying there's gonna be some contact about, is there a gate code? Where is it? When? So I need to,
Because he's got 3 days from the date of that letter, right? When was that letter?
I think it said until the 25th.
okay, just remind me.
Okay, so I'm going to put here, defendant has until 1:25 to go get his car from the above listed address. Defendant is not to have any contact with the complaining witnesses and no weapons as well. So he's going to be the middleman to figure out where that car is for you to get it. You get it and you go. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to talk to them. If someone comes, just get it and go. Make sure you have everything with you. They're probably going to maybe want insurance. Don't bring an insurance card. It's like when you go pick up your card at your car at like an impound lot. You need your insurance card. If you don't have insurance, they're not going to give it to you. Make sure you come with the keys. You got your insurance card, everything, so that you know. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. We'll have you sign this. So you know what you can and can't do.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, good. Come up, sign it. We'll let you go.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. And thank you,
Thank you for your patience.
JP. No. Thank you. You're doing great. Vic, any more?
Raymond?
Any more on here? Last one we did was
All right.
Merit, I think we did.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yes, judge has signed. She signed it.
Yes, Judge, well, you said 2501.
Yeah, 2501.
Next one was 25 Ramos, set for waiting first sentence.
2501.
Not gonna come.
Page 31 and 32. Because none of them is still, we're part of magistrate. No bond image, no bond set. Wood, Keaton, two cases, but one of them, like everything is there.
Is he in jail? Where is he? Is he in jail?
No, well, I have, one says jail, one says bond. I guess I could check J-Web and see if he's actually in custody.
I mean, this says, doesn't even give us a location. Look.
Maybe it's one of those, from the hospital like things. But can we roll it to look into it for Monday?
Sure.
Because regardless, he's not here or brought up. So whether-
Yeah, SFBF. But after that, we're done?
Oh my God.
Hey, I need you, Matt, we need to do work on homeboy. You ready?
What are we gonna do?
He picked up a new case while he's on bond.
Well, I thought they were filed.
No. Come up, sir.
Well, does that mean what I think it means?
Well, I don't know. We haven't done PC yet. We got to do PC. This is Mr. Jones, right?
Yes. Mr. Jones, you had two.
Judge,
You were-
I don't think it was that he picked up a new case. It was just that they were separated.
No. One, we have an assault from September of 24, and he picked up a DWI January 19th,
When was the assault filed?
right?
It's not Jones, Judge.
Yeah.
Assault was filed September 10th, and then the DWI filed January 19th.
Judge, it wasn't open for a long time. Bond was never closed it.
So the 2B gets filed September 10th of 24. KP issues on the 12th. Yeah, I guess you're right. So, Mr. Jones, you're charged with two cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with assault of a family member. On the assault case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. On the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Equally on which case, Your Honor?
Both. We have to do both.
But,
Dealer's choice.
yes, Judge. So on the EOM on June 24th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a disturbance. The complainant and the defendant were in a verbal argument over his driving, and the defendant continuously made threatening remarks to the complainant until they arrived at their apartment. The complainant locked herself in her bedroom, and the defendant kicked in the door. The complainant tried to flee the apartment, and the defendant grabbed a kitchen table chair, lifted it above his head, and slammed it on the complainant's head, causing pain.
Gosh.
The officers observed the complainant had open wounds on her right pinky finger, the inside of her right forearm, and her upper neck chin area. And then on the DWI, on January 18th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a traffic hazard on Airport Boulevard in Harris County, Texas. The officer met with a wheel witness who said he was driving when he saw a truck that was stopped and turning off in a moving lane. The wheel witness went to the truck and saw empty beer cans in the bed and the defendant in the driver's seat. The wheel witness said the defendant appeared to be intoxicated, so he called police. The officers made contact with the defendant and noticed an odor of an alcoholic beverage, watery red bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. The officer asked the defendant to step out of the truck and noticed the defendant was swaying. The defendant said he was coming from his mom's house and had two 12-ounce beers prior to driving. The defendant refused to participate in center-field sobriety tests. The defendant was read the DIC and refused to provide a sample. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Is there alcohol in the car while he's driving?
No, Your Honor.
And Judge, if you look at his eyes now, his eyes are red. I think that's more of a medical condition than anything.
As far as the assault is concerned, he had an assault that was dismissed in 23. Is this the same complaining witness, Alex?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Jones, there's a protective order that has been issued in this case. I would get to know it. If you violate said protective order, the state can and will probably file a violation of protective order. That is the capital murder of misdemeanors. Do you understand? It's one of the worst cases that you can pick up. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person whatsoever, not to be in possession of any weapons. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, likewise, you will go to jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand? Any prior DWIs, can you run a full NCIC, please? And does he
Yes,
have
Judge.
an,
And
does he,
there's no prior DWIs.
Texas driver license,
Yeah, I'll run that right now, Your Honor.
please?
Your Honor, the driver's license says eligible in our system.
Okay. Like I said, you're not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. I don't care if she calls you. You have contact with this person, then I'm going to put you in jail. If she calls you, do not answer the phone. If she calls you from an unknown number, you hang up the phone. If she texts you, do not reply. If she comes to your house or wherever you may live, don't answer the door. But if I find that you have any contact with this person, it's just not going to go well for you. I've given you a lawyer. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Perez. He will tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, likewise, a warrant will issue for your arrest. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect this community in every single way. Do you understand? Okay. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Goes with you. Come on. Of course.
Office just informed me I have been hired on Tristan Venegas, who is not here. And apparently his mother is driving him, not going to be here until at least 1:30. I told him the court probably
No.
not going to have any chance of waiting, but I did want to bring it to your attention.
We were, hold on a second, Venegas, right?
Yeah, Venegas.
With a V. Or with, oh, no. Okay, so it looks like what we did was we rolled it to Monday. We set up for bond forfeiture on Monday. If you want to go ahead and sign on to the case, see that? I had to figure, this is the co-defendant to the other one?
Honestly, I don't know. Literally,
Yes, Judge.
It is.
I literally just got a phone call that I'm running here.
It's okay. We rolled it to Monday. Just let them know they need to be here Monday. And then if you don't mind signing on,
I'll be
then
here early Monday morning.
perfect. Thank you, Mr. Clay. ¿Qué onda?
Judge, I got Mr. Humphrey.
Would you do me a favor and mind getting his cell phone number so I can give it to the lawyer, please? Do you need a pen? Here. Where's that? If you don't mind, give me your cell phone number so I can give it to the lawyer, and then I'm going to have him reach out to you here momentarily. You guys need to get on the same page today. You need to stay in contact with him, and he'll tell you when you have to come back to court. Don't pick up any new cases. You already know what's going on. Okay, please.
Dennis?
No. We just write it, because I don't want to, yeah.
Does it end in 591? Your number?
You said does it end at 591?
Yes.
Just right there.
It ended 91.
So, yeah. What are the last four digits?
Oh, yeah.
3591.
Yes, I have it.
Okay, don't worry about it. So this is Abel. He's going to reach out to you here momentarily so you guys can talk about the case.
You want his information?
Or it's going to be on the reset we give you. We're going to give you his number now.
I did just call his number and it went straight to voicemail. I'm assuming he has his phone off.
Okay. So regardless, I don't have you attached to the case yet. Let me see. Do you have him attached to the case yet, Vic?
No, but I'll write his number on the reset.
Okay, we're going to give you his number. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with him. I'm going to waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but stay in touch with him and he'll tell you when you have to come back. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, I'm going to revoke your bond. You pick up a new case, I'm going to revoke your bond. Just be good. Don't have any contact with this person. I don't care what's going on in your life. Don't contact this person. Do you understand?
Sure.
If she tries to contact you, don't answer the phone. If she texts you, don't reply. If she comes to your house, don't answer the door. You're the one that's going to be sitting in there. All right?
Sure.
All right, come on. Thanks, Abel.
Right this way.
Thank you, Judge.
Does Abel want the day after felony?
Yes,
It's Monday, March 10th.
I will not be here that whole week.
Okay, would you like March 18th through the 20th?
I'll take the 19th.
Done.
Thank you.
Who got the last case?
That's it.
What's your last name, sir?
Montez?
No,
Montez, oh, I thought it was THJ.
Oh, then that's fine. It's already 1 o'clock. I can't.
What about this grant? And states bond conditions.
Lestrep is supposed to get an ankle monitor today
Yes, has the attorney been here yet? No.
for Lestrep.
Who was it dismissed? Oh, I'm sorry, no PC, still.
I didn't find, no. I found PC on Lestrep.
Strep?
Yes. It was the Walgreens theft.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Oh, it's dismissed. Sorry, it wasn't no PC, it was dismissed. That's what council told me.
on Lestrep? Did you dismiss Lestrep?
No good.
Who told you that?
Yeah, the dismissal's in there, Judge.
Did someone do that on accident? Lestrep?
We have an entry.
Is there really a dismissal? Wow. This is that one Walgreens one that it keeps going.
The defense attorney told me that we had some sort of a deal where they did 60 days in exchange for dismissal on the other cases, but if that didn't include this, then.
What? On Lestrep? This is a new case. It only has one.
Yeah. so
Deal
this
was-
is new.
Who, I don't even have anyone attached to it.
It's Paul.
Okay, then can we get rid of that in the queue, please?
He's supposed to get an ankle monitor today.
Right.
is he still here?
No.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to him at all because I was waiting on the,
And I said it was good to go since they filed the dismissal.
No. There's never supposed to be a dismissal on that case. We need to call James back. And I have no idea, maybe he's talking about someone else, but this is a new case.
So, Your Honor, it appears the confusion was that there was a prior theft that was dismissed pursuant to an agreement, but not the new theft.
Yeah, I don't know. So this is, and he's supposed to get an ankle monitor today. It's like, it's,
Okay, thank you.
this Walgreens has literally called us over and
Right.
over. That is like,
And we'll just, we can just leave that, that would be great.
so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. SFBF Monday. They all have to show up on Monday.
I'd like to know under the dismissal.
No, there's no dismissal.
Can you sign it?
Oh, did I signed it?
Yes,
Okay, let me see. Oh, I signed it.
it's in writing rights, I think.
Let's see.
All right, I think we're done after that, though, right?
Yes, so.
Yeah.